Adam Cole, Bay, was a little bit sneaky in his match on Rampage, which is what we're leading with Rampage today. Yay. Where Adam Cole, in his main event match, he kind of ran away at the end of the match and left Bobby Fish in the ring. What does that mean? Is this whole Undisputed Era thing going to happen? Is it not? I don't know. Is Kyle O'Reilly still coming in? Are they abandoning the whole era thing? There's so many questions. Let's talk about it, Tempest. Welcome to the WrestleTalk podcast review of Rampage and SmackDown. I am Chubba Pequeno, your Jam That Champion. I'm joined by my intended co-host, Tempest the Wrestler. First things first, we are sponsored by Beer 52. You've heard about them a lot already this month, and you will continue to hear about them because they're awesome. Go check them out at beer52.com/WrestleTalk. Link is at the top of the description and in the live chat right now. Go do the thing because you get 10 free craft beers, and they're really cool. Go get them. UK viewers only. You don't have to pay for the postage of $5.95. Other people, you get 8. With us, you get 10 because we're awesome and they're awesome. 10 free craft beers. Get in the Christmas spirit. Get some drinks. It's good.
Hell yeah.
Do the thing.
Hell yeah.
And also get in your Ultrachats at WrestleTalk.com/support because we'll be reading out all the ones that are $5 and up before the show goes off. But yeah, today, let's talk about Rampage. Let's talk about this main event because the main event. Yeah, there it is.
Did I do that right? No, it's the other way. Damn it. I was thinking about it. Gotta go like that, right? Because that's the way that an E goes.
And
yeah.
But I believe, unless I'm mistaken, I believe that the U is in front of the E of the thing. Yeah. Look at us. Tempest, we are so cool. Like,
so cool.
You just can't handle this level of cool, you know?
Too sweet me, bro.
Oh my god. The main event of this episode of Rampage was God, my brain is frazzled already. Was Adam Cole and Bobby Fish versus Jurassic Express in a tag team match. And it was a really fun match. Lots of near falls, fun little back and forth. All of them are obviously very good wrestlers. But the interesting bit about this that I really want to focus in on is the finish of this match where the Young Bucks came out and they're saying, they're not medically cleared. They're just here. They're not going to get involved. Don't you worry about it. But Christian Cage came out with a chair to try and chase them off. So they ran away. But as they ran away, Adam Cole ran with them, leaving Bobby Fish alone in the ring. Bobby Fish attempted an O'Connor roll into Jungle Boy. He reversed it. Snare trap. And he taps out Bobby Fish. So, what's up with that, Adam Cole? Bobby Fish is supposedly your very good friend. And obviously the rumored thing is Kyle O'Reilly is going to be leaving NXT and joining AEW. No confirmed reports. That is just pure fan speculation at this point. Well, probably what fans want to see. This whole Undisputed Era versus Elite thing. Other fan theories surrounding Kyle O'Reilly's inclusion and what this means, or whether Bobby Fish is going to join the Elite, or how the whole Adam Cole, Kenny Omega dynamic is going to play out. And I don't know what this means in terms of all of those questions. What do you think this means, Tempest?
Well, before I answer that question, isn't it just so fun to be able to speculate about a wrestling storyline and have that speculation, not just be us just fantasizing for the sake of fantasizing? It's plans are going to change and before the next show anyway, and so it doesn't matter what the plan is right now. No, now it's what could it be? It's fantasizing about what's going to happen in Endgame. We've got all of these possibilities, all these. Oh, it's so exciting. I don't know, because if I had to guess before this, I would have said that I would expect Kenny to be the one on the outside of the Elite breakup looking in, and that it would be the Super Clique and the Young Bucks would side with Adam Cole. And I still think that might be the case, but I don't know how the rest of Undisputed Era could possibly fit into that, And obviously I think the big thing for a long time was, you do the Undisputed Era of Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly against the Elite of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. And you still could do that, but that doesn't so much play into this match and the finish and everything. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just want to see ReDragon back in against the Young Bucks, because the ReDragon and Young Bucks match is kind of like the big tag match that you could get out of those guys, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So that being said, they can't all be aligned with Adam Cole unless you do that at the start, and then eventually some sort of breakup happens between the two teams, and then you get your big super match. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, because see, like I think you said Kenny Omega and ReDragon teaming up, at least in maybe the podcast outro. I don't know. My brain is frazzled today.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a really odd combination, but also one that I'm intrigued by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just don't know where this is going to go. I don't know whether Bobby Fish is going to pick up on Adam Cole leaving him alone in the ring, or whether that's going to be played up in future things of like, is that going to bring tension between Cole and Fish already? Like, are they scrapping the whole Undisputed Era thing? Is this just a short term, like, hey guys, we know you like Undisputed Era. It's a little fan thing for you guys, but now we're just going to go back to doing the whole Super Click Elite thing because that's really what we want to focus on. Those are our guys. Which I can kind of understand if that's what they wanted to do, but I feel like there's a lot more story elements here, and especially for a company like AEW, a lot of little details like this are on purpose. There would be a reason why Adam Cole has run away, and I don't know whether that's for him to try and just convince the Elite that he's still very much on their side, or it's to try and alienate Kenny a bit more, to be like, no, Bucks, I'm super with you guys. But, you know, once the whole tension with Kenny flares up, it's just solidifying the link between Cole and the Bucks, even more so than Cole and Fish, who already go back so many years. Their friendship is inseparable. Or whether it's going to be this ReDragon reunion is then going to split, and maybe it's a bit of a swerve playing into it where you expect Cole to not to turn on Fish and side with the Bucks, but actually he's going to turn on the Bucks and side with Cole and O'Reilly. And oh my god, there's so many possibilities, and this genuinely has made me way more intrigued in the storyline. And this was like 20 seconds of this match,
Mhm.
and instantly I'm just like, man, there's so many possibilities out of this very small thing. It's very exciting, and I don't know where they're going to go from here, but I think I'm excited for any possibility.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
agree. I agree.
yeah.
And it's just really fun, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, you know, the AEW storytelling has been impeccable, especially regarding the Elite and Hangman Page and everything involved in that. So getting more storyline beats, it's just that much more fun, you know? I love this sort of stuff where you can just speculate, you know, it's like, what's gonna happen? I don't know, but it's fun to talk about. That's what these podcasts should be. They should be fun talking about wrestling, you know,
Yeah.
and I like talking about wrestling and where things could go. And oh, we saw this really good match because the match itself was really fun. Ah, it's good stuff. I love this.
It is good stuff. And also, there's a point to be made that AEW in the past has very much referenced wrestling history. If you're in NXT or Impact or New Japan or wherever you've come from, they very much lean into a wrestler's history and where they've been and what they've done and the feuds they've been in. Adam Cole was just feuding with Kyle O'Reilly in NXT. So I don't think it would be unreasonable to say it might be a bit weird if Kyle O'Reilly comes in and instantly sides with Adam Cole. That
Mhm.
might feel a little bit weird to a lot of fans. So this might be them playing up some tension with Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly's going to come in and side with Bobby Fish because they left on good terms in NXT. So maybe there's like a relationship that needs to be built back with Cole and O'Reilly using Bobby Fish as like that. And they're building tension between Cole and Fish to make building that relationship back with Kyle O'Reilly harder. I don't know. But I like the idea that Kyle O'Reilly will come in and not instantly trust Cole again. And not just be like, hey, Undisputed Era, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that might be weird, honestly.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Imagine they run back Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, and these guys will have wrestled on like the biggest possible shows in NXT, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and AEW.
yeah.
That is truly astounding if they make that happen. And of course,
Mm.
like Kyle O'Reilly is still in NXT, so this is like wild speculation. But like I think there's ways that you could bring Kyle O'Reilly into the fold and reunite Undisputed Era and explain that easily enough, and then have Adam Cole turn on him again, because that's just what happens. You can't trust Adam Cole. That's what he does. It's like you can't trust Kevin Owens. Oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it's genuinely really interesting. Obviously, you got the whole Danielson and Page thing that I think is drawing a lot of the eyes in AEW right now, and you've got the Punk MJF thing that's also drawing a lot of eyes. I feel like this is kind of like the dark horse. This is one that's bubbling away in the background that's going to pay off, like maybe weeks, months down the line, and you're gonna be like, "That's awesome. That's a very well told long term story." Very much looking forward to it.
Me too. Me too.
But regardless. Let's get into some of your Ultra Chats here. Make sure to get those in at WrestleTalk.com/support. Send in your Ultra Chats because we're going to go through all the ones that are $5 and up by the time the show goes off the air. And also, we're sponsored by Beer 52, which I'll talk about after we've done a couple Ultra Chats. Power Packers 90 says, as someone from Kenosha that is sick at what happened yesterday, I really appreciate Tempest saying BLM in the review. I wish everyone in the world could just treat each other with respect, regardless of race, gender, or sexuality.
Damn right. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Totally agree.
I have nothing more to say on that front, but yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wear the shirt for a reason. It's not performative. It's just fact.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any more Ultra Chats right now, so we're going to get into some more later. Keep sending them in. WrestleTalk.com/support. But first, before we get into the rest of Rampage, we're sponsored by Beer 52. Go check them out at beer52.com/WrestleTalk. A link is at the top of the description and in the live chat right now. Go get 10 free craft beers. They're really cool. They're really tasty. We're going to be drinking them tomorrow on the live reaction stream because fun. And they're great. 10 free. I don't know if I can say that word again. Free craft beers for UK viewers only. beer52.com/WrestleTalk. And they're really awesome. They sponsored us a whole bunch. And you get 10 free craft beers. You get 8 from other people. You get 10 from us because we're awesome and they're awesome. Yeah. And if you don't like dark beer, you can choose the light beer option and you get light beers instead. It's great. Go do the thing. Beer 52. They're cool. Anyway, let's talk about the rest of this episode of Rampage, which kicked off with Billy Gunn versus Darby Allin.
Kicked off with some bullshit. What the hell is this?
I'm thoroughly confused by this match. Okay, let's just be objective about it first.
Yes, sure.
I say objective. This is going to be entirely subjective, but I enjoyed the first part of this match.
Sure.
I'm not super keen on seeing Billy Gunn do his thing, but I feel like as a veteran and legend and stuff, he's still an okay wrestler. There's people who are younger than him that are worse wrestlers than he is. Undertaker. Just throwing that one out there. That's gonna get some people rolled up in the chat probably. But whatever. I thought the first part of this match, where he was literally just ragdolling Darby around and just chucking him, and like Darby did a dive and he just sidesteps, he's like lol as he dives into the barricade. I was like, I'm enjoying this. Billy Gunn is much bigger than Darby Allin. He's a big dude. And this was enjoyable. And then Darby Allin didn't get any offense in this match. And I was like, when's Darby's comeback happening? And it just didn't. Because then he managed to get one opportunity, hit a coffin drop, and Billy Gunn kicked out at 1. What up with that? That.
Oh my!
Why did he do that?
Whose idea was this? Why are we having this guy kick out of your Rising Stars finisher at 1? At 1! I wouldn't have been happy if he kicked out at 2. Oh my god. Is this thing still here? Yeah, give me this. Give me this. You see this? Look at that. No more. No more Billy Gunn, please. I do not care for the Gun Club. When I see the Gun Club on TV, I'm sad. And it's very rare that I'm watching AEW and I see someone and I go, oh, God. And I saw the card for Rampage before the show, and it was Darby Allin versus Billy Gunn, and I was like, oh, man, I'd prefer a good match, you know? It's like, I get that he's a name and everything, but,
Mhm.
like, I never feel like anybody benefits from getting out there with Billy Gunn in this company. Like, who is more over from having wrestled Billy Gunn in AEW? I can't think of anybody. And this is kind of like it sounds like I'm really burying Billy Gunn, but like you look at all the other veterans that are in this company that are kind of at the bottom of the totem pole as far as like the roster goes, is you get guys like Matt Sydal and Matt Hardy and guys like that. And Matt Hardy will put over young talent. He puts over Orange Cassidy, and Matt Sydal puts over Dante Martin, and that's all really, really good. And yeah, Billy Gunn puts over Darby Allin by losing to him, but you don't kick out of his finisher at 1. Oh, Lord. Ass, man.
I don't get, if this was a different podcast episode, someone would have played the ass man clip of me, but I'm not going to do it because
He's an ass man.
I'm not going to do it. What I didn't get, right, is why didn't Darby just hit 2 coffin drops and win? No pin in the middle. Just he hits 1, immediately gets on the other side, hits 2, boom, that puts him away. If you really want to do the 2 coffin drops because he didn't get any offense in before that, I guess I can understand that, right? That's his first move that he hits in the entire friggin' match is a coffin drop. I get it. If you want to do 2 to make sure that you really put him away, he should not be kicking out at 1. He really shouldn't. It's Darby Allin, man. He's proper like guy that you've protected for ages and only loses to like really big stars. It's just I don't know.
You do not need to protect Billy Gunn.
No.
At all.
No.
Like there's not one match involving Billy Gunn in AEW that I want to see.
I understand the storytelling dynamic of Billy Gunn is big, Darby Allin is small. Therefore, Darby's going to need to hit, probably multiple moves or something that with a lot of impact that's going to help put Billy Gunn away. 2 coffin drops. I understand that. I get the dynamic of that entirely. Just have him hit it twice with no pin in the middle, and he wins. That's it. Yeah. That's all you need to do. But oh well. Speaking of weird matches, QT Marshall then challenged CM Punk on Dynamite in Chicago.
It's a match. It's a match that gets Punk on the card in Chicago. Wouldn't have been the one that I would have booked, but
no, me neither.
Because you know how I just said that there aren't that many people where I see them come on the TV and I'm like, oh, it's another one. I don't much care for QT Marshall at this point.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the darts man, I'll be honest. But it just seems like an odd choice. It's CM Punk in Chicago. That feels like a very big deal. And you're also going to have, Colt Cabana wrestling on the card against Bryan Danielson. Like, that's a big deal for that Chicago boy. You would have thought they'd have given CM Punk... He's probably going to squash him.
Yeah.
I would assume. But, like, I don't know. Like, what's the... Why QT Marshall?
I don't know.
Why QT? I don't know.
I do not know. I could not give you a good answer to this. It's just I don't know. Like, I would have rather have seen CM Punk face Aaron Solo or something.
Or even that's Nick Comoroto. That's fine.
Sounds fun. Nah.
I don't know. I don't mind QT Marshall as a wrestler. It's just in his position on the card. Why would he challenge CM Punk for a match, and why would Punk accept it? Is the next thing. I guess the only the saving grace of this is that if he accepts, well, he did later in the show, accepts QT Marshall's challenge and fights him, it gives more ammunition for MJF to be like, why are you ignoring me? You accept a match from QT Marshall and you're not acknowledging me at all? What the hell's going on, man? Like, that's the saving grace I can see from this. But I feel like you could have done that with someone that isn't QT Marshall. Just throwing it out there.
Jonathan Smith just says Tony Nese would have been a good choice.
Mm,
That sounds like a fun match.
yeah. I mean, alternatively, I feel like you could have just announced the match and people would have been like, oh, okay. There's
Yeah.
CM Punk wrestling in Chicago. It's the fact that QT Marshall has called him out specifically, and CM Punk's like, yeah, I'm going to face QT Marshall. Like,
no one has
okay.
ever said that before in their
Yeah.
lives. I'm going to face QT Marshall. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a strange dynamic on that one, I'd say. We then got a promo from Men of the Year talking about American Top Team, and them saying that not the last you've seen of them, and they're proud of Dan Lambert for hanging as long as he did with Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good for them.
Good for
them. I'm ready for Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page to do something.
Same. Yeah.
You know, I don't know what that is, but do something.
But then we had the one thing I will say I liked about the show is it started low, but then it got better as the show went on, because then we got Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet, and I thought this was really fun.
Yes.
Oh, this was great. Obviously, they've had a squash match before with Jade and Red Velvet. This was not that. Red Velvet is starting to get some offense in against Jade Cargill, and it was nice to see that Jade Cargill had more in her arsenal than just a squash match. I thought she looked good in a slightly longer match. This wasn't a long match by any means, but it went through an ad break. You know, that's something. They had a bit of back and forth. Jade did some good selling, I thought, which was nice. Red Velvet's like hope spots, and her offense that she got in was believable and good. But ultimately, Jade Cargill hit the Jaded and went on in the next round of the TBS tournament. Really like this. Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the progression in these kind of rivalries, you know, where this will very clearly be like Jade Cargill's like nemesis. And one day Red Velvet will work up to getting a big win over Jade Cargill. And she got a lot more offense in than she did the first time out. And that's good. You get to see someone actually develop. It makes sense that the second match around she was able to get more offense in. It's just little details, you know, just like little things where it makes more sense to do it this way. And eventually, you're going to build to a really big moment. This wasn't the big moment. The big moment comes down the line. And I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know if Jade Cargill wins this title. I think she could. But what happens if Red Velvet's the one that beats her for it? Think how big that'll be. And it's just exciting. It's just exciting. And I really did enjoy this match. You know, it was good. I like seeing Jade get better in the ring every time that she goes out and be able to prove herself in a slightly longer match. It was good stuff.
Yep. Really good stuff. And Red Velvet did a great job selling, as she always does. I thought the Jade actually did a really good job selling for Red Velvet as well. Like, it all looked believable. She sold really well. It was all good stuff. And we got a promo from Thunder Rosa straight after. She's going to be facing Jamie Hayter on Dynamite. Which is good. Good stuff.
Can't wait for that one. Honestly, I love Jamie Hayter. I love Thunder Rosa. That match is going to be so fun.
Sure is. And then we also got the split screen promos with Superclick and Jungle Express. And Jungle Boy's line that he had in this promo was phenomenal. The first match of Bobby Fischer's that I ever watched, I won. That's a good line, Jungle Boy.
It's pretty good.
Very good.
Pretty good.
He's still on that journey becoming Jungle Man.
Yeah,
he really is.
He shouldn't have shaved.
I know, right?
I stand by that. He should not have shaved.
Yeah, 100%. He needs to
Man.
maintain the Jungle Man.
Yeah.
Unless he can grow it very quickly, in which case, when he turns heel, grow it back in a week.
Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy should never turn heel. Look at that face.
I know.
He quite literally is a baby face.
Yeah, I know. Well, when he doesn't have the beard, he's a baby face. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, obviously it was time for the main event, which is getting over. Yeah. I'm so happy that's getting over. And the main event that we already spoke about with Adam Cole and Fish versus Jurassic Express, which was fun. So, overall for Rampage, it was okay.
3 out of 5.
Yeah. It was an average episode.
That opening match just pissed me off.
Like, it was fine. The Jade Cargill and Red Velvet match and the Colin Fish and Jurassic Express was fun. I just feel like there's just a vibe that I've got. The Rampage is very quickly becoming the B show. Because from the get-go, it was like, oh, this is being treated like about as importantly as Dynamite. And that was what they said they were going to do. You know, they had very important things with there. CM Punk's debut. They had the Impact World title match with Christian Cage and Kenny Omega. Like, there was a lot of important things that you saw on Rampage. It was must-see every week to continue the stories and things like that. Now it feels like it's a bunch of showcase matches, which are very good. And that's it. There might be some promos. But, like, it's not... Dynamite still feels like the much more important show to watch. It's not an extra hour of Dynamite. It's now a B show. And I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But I also want to keep in mind that it was only like 2 weeks ago that we got the Punk Eddie Kingston promo battle. You know, and that was like really big and everything. And I think I just look at it as like this is the first week after a big pay-per-view. So there isn't like a ton to throw onto a show like this. I mean, Dynamite was kind of like a low-key show too, but it was just so good that you kind of forget about that. And when you've got, if you have a bad match on a 3-match show, and I don't necessarily know that Darby Allin and Billy Gunn was like a bad match, but it was not something I wanted to see. That's a big chunk of the show. And all of a sudden, my enjoyment of the show will drastically go down, as someone would say, you know? I don't know. I think it was fine. It just wasn't a great episode of Rampage. It was all right, but I've seen better, and hopefully we'll see better again.
Yeah, I'm hoping it turns it round, because I really like the 1 hour format of the show. Really works for me. So I really wanted to just turn the quality around a little bit, because the last couple of weeks have been lacking a bit. But now it's time to talk about our favorite show, Tempest. It's time to talk about SmackDown.
Are you ready for a time?
Are you ready for a bad time? The most important question coming out of this episode of SmackDown, Tempest, I really want you to answer legit. Where was Von Wagner?
They didn't have time to add him in post. That's the only answer. Sami Zayn's the only one who can see him, and he didn't go into the office.
No, exactly.
He's an apparition.
Why was he there last week? Why was he there last week, Tempest? I don't understand. I just...
Oh.
It's Von Wagner! This is going to be one of those things where he'll never be seen on SmackDown again. And we'll just be like, we'll look back months from now and be like, do you remember that one episode of SmackDown where Von Wagner was just there for no reason and no one spoke to him? Anyway,
Von Wagner.
Von Wagner. This episode of SmackDown opened up with a recap of Woods and Reigns from last week, and the Usos introduce Reigns and say they're gonna coronate Roman Reigns, and they're very excited about it. And Roman Reigns does his long entrance and then says, I don't need any of this gubbins. I don't need any of this stuff. I only took the crown last week because I can, not because I need it. Which I guess makes sense.
I wish he'd said gubbins.
Well, yeah.
That would have made this even better.
Yeah, that's fair. But then it got confusing after this for me, because Xavier Woods comes out and says, hey, you think I care about all that stuff in the ring? That's not what makes a king. What makes a king is about being good for the WWE universe. And, you know, I don't need any of the crown or the cape or the scepter or the throne. And Reigns says, really? And then gets the Usos to break all the stuff. Break the scepter, and they stand on the cape, and they break the throne. And then Woods starts crying. And I'm like, so you do care. You're just lying about it then. So you care about the very cheap props that they've given you. That is what makes a king. Now I'm getting conflicting messages, Mr. Woods. And then they go to like break the crown, but Woods rushes in to try and stop them because the crown is just too far, you see. But then he just gets beaten up. And then And then Reigns stamps on the crown and it bends. You know, like metal crowns do.
Mm-hmm. I think I may have spent more money on this crown than they did on theirs. You know, it's like, it's not that far apart from each other in terms of quality of props here. Just,
Yeah.
kind of
And
dumb. Dumb baby face. Why are you running into a 3-on-1, you dumb baby face?
Because it's the crown. It's so important to him after just saying it's not important to him. You know? That's, yep. And then Reigns, like, he tears the crown apart with his hands. You know, like you can do with a metal crown. That's definitely a thing you can do. It's not. It's not good. And the thing is, I understand they want to play up Woods' journey to becoming King of the Ring, and he's been asking about it for ages, and he's finally won it, and then they're trying to take it away from him. But he literally just said that they couldn't take it away from him because the props don't make the king. Like, he journeyed to become King of the Ring, and he still is King of the Ring, crown or not, right? I don't get why he's so upset. Whatever. Props matter, apparently.
You can just get another $5 crown.
Right?
It's not the only one that you can possibly have. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, it's just dumb.
It's very dumb. Speaking of dumb, we'll get to that in a minute. But first, it was the Cesaro versus Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal versus Sheamus Fatal 4-Way to determine the final member of Team SmackDown.
Hey, look at this wrestling match on this wrestling show.
Wasn't it nice?
I like this wrestling match.
It was great.
I thought this was. I wasn't paying attention very much. I'll be perfectly honest. When this started, I thought this was a tag team match, and then I saw Ricochet hit Cesaro with a Hurricane Rana, and I was like, "Wait, what's happening?" It like snapped me out of it. I was like, "What's going on? I don't understand." But yeah, this is a fun little match. It's a fun little match. I like seeing Ricochet get to do a wrestle.
And they had a lot of fun. It was fast paced. Ricochet doing a frankly ridiculous dive of stepping up onto the top rope and diving to the outside is awesome. He's just very good at it.
Martin-esque.
You might say that, yes.
Give me that match.
Yeah. This was good fun, though. It was a good match. And then, of course, it ends in distraction, because, of course, it does. Yeah. I would have thought that, considering that it's a no DQ match, I personally, if you were going to have Ridge Holland get involved, which is what happened here, I personally would have had Ridge Holland come down, smack Cesaro with the thing that he's got, you know, the baton or whatever, and then, you know, Sheamus can hit a bro kick and win or whatever. But he didn't do that. He came out and was like, whoa, and distracting Cesaro. And then he like took a swing and Cesaro ducked it. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to get you. And then it was a bro kick. It was like, it's no DQ match. Why don't you just hit him with the thing? Yeah. Well, it's nitpick, but you know, whatever. Cause a distraction. Sheamus wins. Sheamus is on Team SmackDown and pins Cesaro to do so. And then Pat McAfee said that Ridge Holland is a fellow Irishman. He's
quite
from Yorkshire. He's from Yorkshire, Pat. Yorkshire, England. But that's all right, I guess. You know, they're close geographically. Sort of. Anyway. It was a fun match, though. I enjoyed the actual wrestling side of this. Yeah. Which was nice. Sheamus is on Team SmackDown. That's good for him.
Cool.
I'm sure Survivor Series matters.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. I keep forgetting that there's a pay-per-view tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh
my god. After that, Jeff Hardy did a promo wearing an Edge t-shirt. All right. And it's Hardy
my worlds are colliding. Yeah. My worlds are colliding, Pete. Hell yeah.
And then it's Hardy versus Madcap Moss later on the show.
Ooh. I was terrified for the sake of Jeff Hardy's push. Or, yeah, I don't even know if you could call it a push. He won a match last week. That's a push in this company.
Sure. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ridge Holland and Sheamus then cut another promo. I thought this was a bit awkward. Ridge was just repeating that Sheamus was his idol, and Sheamus was like, "Did you hear him? He said I'm his idol," and it almost brings a tear to my eye. And it was like, "What are you what is happening? And then they say, we're going to go to the bar. I guess like the Irishmen that they are.
The bar.
Bar.
They're going to the bar. That's
funny.
Sheamus thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I thought this was a bit awkward. I'm not super sold on their act right now. Maybe it'll grow on me.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Gives Ridge Holland something to do. You know,
that's something, I guess. Yeah.
It's better than a lot of NXT call-ups get these days.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We then had a big epic video package highlighting the Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair feud, and I thought this was really close to being good. Really close.
You didn't like all the sound clips of oh
don't do a Tempest.
What a stupid build.
What a stupid build, right? I think it was really good to reference all their history and how they used to be friends and then they feuded and how they just can't get along. They're just constantly at each other's throats. So like, you know, they're going to be like each other's like #1 rival in WWE history and stuff like that. And I enjoy that side of things, and actually referencing their own continuity is very good. I think what they've missed out on here is, one, Charlotte having a good promo for the package. Good God, Becky, and also they missed out on the point of why people are excited for this match in particular. Because it's about the real life drama between them, right? The whole title exchange segment. They referenced the title exchange segment, which said, oh yeah, they swapped titles. And didn't talk about the actual thing, which is what making people so excited about it. Because you can blur those lines with a video package like this and have them do like sit down promos and just be like, you know, things got way too heated afterwards, you know, backstage after that. You don't have to say the exact details of everything that happened. You don't have to peel the curtain back too far, but you can say that there's real life animosity between these two, which will help build the match. And they just didn't.
Yeah. You know, it seems like an obvious move. It really does. This would be like a home run. Like, yeah, obviously you just build up the animosity between the people in real life to sell your fake pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
No, you gotta have this be about Charlotte saying "uh-oh" or something.
Uh-oh.
Like only WWE could do something like this. If there was a backstage fight between two people in any other promotion, book that match in the ring. As long as people work together, book that match in the ring, and you have your biggest sellout of the year.
Yeah. We then got Naomi and Aliyah versus Shayna Baszler and Natalya, and I think the recap of last week was longer than the match. Shayna absolutely no sold a rear view at the end of this match for some reason.
Good. It's a dumb move.
It's a real dumb move.
It's such a dumb move.
It's not good. But in like WWE continuity, that's a finisher.
It is a
finisher. Finisher in the past. And Shayna just stood up. Talking about no selling the coffin drop. This is no selling the rear view.
Yeah.
Goodness me. But then the referee did a fast count on a pin. 1, 2, 3. And then she walks up and everyone's like, what? And then, of course, later on backstage, she approached Sonya Deville. And Sonya was like, what are you talking about? I don't pay referees.
I'm sick of this feud.
Why does she hate Naomi? Why does she hate Naomi?
And also, Pete, we gotta make sure it's not called the rear view. It's called that. She calls it the rear view.
Goodness me.
Stupid. I'm so ready for them to get to the point.
Is there a point?
I don't know. Sonya has just been harassing Naomi for like 6 months at this point. Can we get to the point already? Give me a reason why she's doing this. Give me a friggin' match.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Like, how many times do we need to do this? We've hit the bottom of the heat scale. You can't go lower. You can't get more heat. So let's start climbing back up a little bit. Stop trolling us in the comments, Luke. I see you. You're not getting away with it today.
I think you're wrong, Tempest. It's not that they can't get more heat. It's they can't get less heat because no one cares anymore. Oh my God. Please get to the point.
Though. That's what I mean. Like, you can do more heat segments, but It's like when your Pokemon's HP hits 0. It's not going lower. I've been beaten by the heat. I need someone to take me to the Pokemon Center and give Naomi a comeback spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Heal me. The Tempestmon.
Yeah.
Tempestion.
That's all right. We're not talking about Digimon here.
You give me a Tempest Stone and I evolve.
I
don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to entertain myself. This episode of SmackDown was like nothing.
Tired. It was nothing. They had a promo for Bruno Sammartino, and I was like, what the hell is going on? It's like, oh, they're selling merch. That makes way more sense. Sonya Deville said there's going to be a 25-man battle royal at Survivor Series because it's 25 years of The Rock. 25 years of The Rock. Rock to Survivor Series confirmed.
Maybe.
Sure. And we got Jeff Hardy versus Madcap Moss, which lasted 2 minutes. Hardy won with a roll-up. And then
he won. I'm happy.
Drew McIntyre was in Jeff Hardy's corner, and McIntyre saved Hardy from a post-match beatdown.
Hell yeah. Jeff Hardy wins matches. Woo!
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm a simple man. I want to see my boys win matches. In WWE, I don't care about none of this storyline nonsense. I just want to see my boy win matches. And Jeff Hardy's won 2 matches in a row. Let's go.
What a push. What a push. Yeah. We then got a recap of them destroying Woods' King stuff. And then we got a recap of Woods' promo afterwards as well. And then I wrote, I'm glad we couldn't have more time in any matches.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a promo from Paul Heyman with Kayla Braxton saying that Reigns accepts Woods' challenge. And then I wrote, what happened to Reigns only fighting on pay-per-view and being a bit of a prize fighter?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Ratings, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Shinsuke versus Angel. Not Gaza. Angel.
Who's your favorite wrestler? Angel.
I mean, Kane is a name.
Kane's a pretty cool name, though.
Yeah,
it's like fair. Biblical.
Sure. I mean, Angel's not biblical enough for you, Tempest.
No. I guess that's a good point.
But it was Shinsuke versus Angel. It lasted 2 minutes. Shinsuke won. Also, the commentary, I feel like has been listening to your reviews, Tempest, because Los Lotharios are just so sexy. And they keep talking about sexy.
It. I mean, look at them. They're so sexy. Look at these sexy-ass men.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
But then we got Shotzi versus Banks. And I thought this was all right. I thought this was good. They got a bit of time. It went through an ad break. I thought Shotzi looked good. She worked over Sasha Banks' arm. They had good psychology because Sasha then used her leg in the bank statement instead of her arm to get the tap out. That's good.
It's neat.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Do more of that. That's some good wrestling. But also there was a Sonya Deville bit where she was like, you need to shake hands after the match. And then afterwards she came out on the stage to be like, right now, children, come on, shake hands. And then they shook hands and then Sasha Banks hit a backstabber.
What a bitch.
Ugh.
How dare you? It's the baby face.
Is it?
I don't know. None of the women in this women's division are baby faces or heels.
I'm still gonna hop on this point. When did she turn babyface? Because she didn't.
I don't know. I enjoyed the match. You know, it was fun.
Yeah, the match
I like seeing a new star. Like, it's a new match. Shotzi and Sasha Banks is something that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like that Shotzi is, not like, she's lost a couple of these matches in a row now, the big matches. That being said, I think she's still kind of getting a little bit of the rub just from being kind of involved. Like, it's not like Sasha and Charlotte are just beating her like, some unimportant member of the roster. Like, she's being portrayed as an important person on this show, despite losing. So it could definitely be worse, but I'm ready for her to get some wins. That being said as well, Sasha Banks is probably getting a title shot before Shotzi. So I guess this is the right move, but I don't know. I would have made this match a little more important if it was me.
Yeah. Also, during the match, they threw up the graphic of the Women's Survivor Series team, and Toni Storm hadn't been included on the graphic despite being announced because it was so last minute. Lol.
Where is this? He's like, oh, you see that shadow? That's Toni Storm. They said that. It's like, yeah,
That's
you
an
see that
actual
one that's
line.
blurred out? That's Toni Storm.
That's an actual line from commentary. That's hilarious. Reigns is getting ready for the main event and says he can do it himself to the Usos. Xia Li is coming soon and actually got like a backstory of sorts here.
Yeah, she had like a comic book-esque video package. This was really neat. It's kind of like Aleister Black's video packages. I hope there's a different result.
Good luck to anyone getting invested in this. But she got like a thing where she was like, hey, my father was a protector of our family, but then he died. So we didn't have anyone protecting us. We were grieving. The landlord came in and was demanding rent and we couldn't pay it. So I stood up to the mean landlord. And then I wanted to wield my father's shield. And now I'm the protector. And no one will ever harm my family again or something. It's good.
This is like a Marvel movie.
I was going to say, almost a superhero. Xia, almost a superhero.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Yeah. I mean, I really like this. I haven't cared about Xia Li in a minute. This made me care about Xia Li. So, good job, Xia Li. I hope you debut already, because
coming soon.
Coming soon.
Toni Storm, backstage, says again that she wants a championship match, but also she's playing 4D chess because she said the reason she called out Charlotte last week was because after Charlotte loses to Becky on Sunday, she's going to be really angry and she's going to lash out at people. And the first person she's going to lash out at will be Toni Storm because she interrupted her last week, which means she's going to get a title match. And I was like, that's convoluted. Sure, let's see if it works. And then Charlotte immediately walks in and goes, hey, after Becky, I'm coming for you next. And I was like, oh, she was right then. Okay.
I like to think that she was like 10 feet off of camera, heard all this plan and went, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
So Tony's right. I guess Tony's gonna be the next challenger after Survivor Series.
Yeah. It's cool.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, then we got the main event. Reigns versus Woods, except it wasn't Reigns versus Woods, and you knew it wasn't going to be Reigns versus Woods because Reigns came out in a t-shirt. He doesn't do that if he's going to wrestle. Continuity, man. Come on.
Yeah.
They already changed the Survivor Series graphic, by the way, to take off Woods' crown.
They can do that, but they can't add Toni Storm.
They can't add Toni Storm.
Oh, man.
Oh, hilarious. Wild. So Woods did a promo before Reigns came out, which felt like an opening promo because he recapped the match last week and was like, I hit the limit break elbow and I nearly had you beat, but the Usos interrupted. So if that offended you, should come down to this ring right now. It's like, he's already accepted your challenge earlier in the night. What are you talking about, Woods? You're just recapping everything they've already done. Strange. But then Reigns came out, did another long entrance, but then he waited for the Usos to come out, despite saying to them earlier that he can do it by himself. But the Usos didn't come out. They got thrown out onto the stage by Big E, who was here. And then he brawled with Reigns. Superman punched to Big E, but Reigns escaped a big ending. And that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor Series.
This is a bad build for Survivor Series.
Sure is. Sure is, bud.
Might be the worst build that I've seen in I don't even know how long. At least a month.
Yeah, at least a month.
At least a month.
God. Yeah. I mean, they talked about Survivor Series a bit.
Yeah.
There you go. That's something.
I would not know that there's a pay-per-view this Sunday. These matches are so totally unimportant.
Yeah, they really are.
I'm not looking forward to a single match. Not one match am I like, oh, I got to see that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there might be some fun stuff. Like, RK Bro and the Usos sound like a fun match, but I don't care about seeing any of them.
Yeah, and I'm sure Big E versus Reigns is going to be a fun match.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not going to mean anything.
Yeah. It's just like, it's fine. This show is fine. It's a middle of the road show. Like, there wasn't anything to it, but The Fatal 4-Way match was good.
2 out of 5.
Yeah, it's like a 2 or a 3 out of 5 for me. I'm just like, I was numb. I don't care.
Oh yeah, also, someone we didn't talk about, I literally just got reminded because I saw someone say in the chat about something. Billy Gunn in AEW Rampage had a stare-off with Sting. WrestleMania 31, coming back, continuity, everybody. Yeah. They're on opposite sides, in the DX versus NWO thing that's for some reason Sting was on the NWO side.
Makes no goddamn sense. Not over it.
Makes
no sense. No
Don't
sense. Sting hated the NWO. No,
yep.
This is terrible. No.
It was literally like his MO.
Yeah.
He's trying to break the NWO.
Yeah, he tried to stop the NWO from killing WCW and he failed. But
he's so loyal to WCW. He bleeds WCW, which means he hates DX more. Mm-hmm. It was the preamble, the pre-appetizer of Survivor Series. It's brand supremacy.
Of course.
But yeah. Anyway, for the poll on the community tab, I don't have a screenshot of it, but I've got the results here. Slightly lower ratings than normal. 47% of people voting for a 3 out of 5, 24% voting for a 2 out of 5, and 18% going for a 1 out of 5, where normally we see like 50 to 60 doing a 3 out of 5 and like a 10% doing a 1 out of 5. So slightly more skewed on the lower end of the scale for this episode, which I think is fair because it wasn't very good.
Yeah. No, that's right. Yeah, it's just whatever.
And also, where was Von Wagner? Come on, WWE.
You just can't see him. He's a ghost.
Yeah.
He's an apparition. He's a projection.
Cool, Wagner. Anyway. Right. Let's get into the rest of your Ultra Chats here. No, we need to do other things first.
Am I the only one who remembers this?
I am. We need to say thank you to some very special people. Those are our $25 and above Pledgehammers over on our Patreon. If you haven't been to Patreon, now's a really good time. There's been a better time, but now it's still pretty good. Because we can't say there's never been a better time, because that would be false. But it's good because we've got Wrestle League, and it's a brand new season of Wrestle League. It's season 12, which means you can get competing along with all the other Pledgehammers and us in Wrestle League, in our Wrestling Predictions League. Predictions are still open for Survivor Series until tomorrow at 11 p.m. UK time. So there's a last chance to do it. And if you win the season, you get your own custom Jam That Championship, the new design of which will be revealed on the live reaction stream tomorrow. We've got a new championship, everybody, and you get your own one with your name engraved on it and everything if you win the season. And also, there might be a new thing that we're going to be doing soon where you get little mini prizes for every show. If you get like full marks on a show, you get entered into like a raffle or something and maybe win a thing. I don't know. I do know, but I'm not going to tell you the details yet because we're still figuring it out. Anyway, go check out the Patreon page at patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Get involved with Wrestle League and all the extra bonus content and stuff over there. But for now, let's say thank you to the awesome people. I should really get them up ready. That are back at the $20, $25 tier or above. So thank you to the incredible Tarzo. Yay.
The Pharaoh, Stephen Mazzaferro.
Yeah, thank you. Always shining, Garrett Albright. Woo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Le Chef de la Tribu, Links the Sun.
Yeah. Thank you. The heir to the throne, Kate Ayers. Woo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Brian Null and Boyd.
Yeah. Thank you. The easiest name to pronounce, Josh Rosowskis. Woo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Manipulating, Manny Omaria. Yeah.
The true Alpha Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. Max Kurt Wallander Wallen. Yeah.
Geordie bus driver, Harry.
Yeah. And WrestleTalk Extra Pole Master, Lendell Brenson. Yeah.
Thank you so much, all of our lovely Pledgehammers. Pledgehammers. Pledgehammer. Let's get into the rest of your Ultra Chats here. We got a few to get through here. My goodness, people, we had one when we first did this, and now we've got lots. Michael Riley, on the subject of Gunn versus Darby, says, replace Billy Gunn with Wardlow or Powerhouse Hobbs in this match, and I think this match would have been better, and the kick out of one would have been okay.
I agree.
I agree. Yes. Yes, I agree. Anonymous says, I don't mind Assman kicking out of Darby's finisher, mainly because it seems like AEW is telling a story about Darby struggling to finish bigger guys. Miro Mox is a bigger guy. Darby becoming desperate and coming with another finisher, even more brutal to put away bigger guys.
I guess, but what more is he going to be able to do? He's just throwing his body at him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think Darby Allin's going to come up with like a new finisher anytime soon. I just think this made his finisher look weak.
Yeah. Mayor of Painesville, Dan, says, yeah, I'm an ass man. I love to love him. I love to kick him. I love to shove him. I love to stick him. Love to flaunt him. I love to watch him. I love to pick him. And I'm gonna kick him. Because I'm an ass man. Yeah. I'm an ass man. Yes, I'm an ass man. Oh. Thanks, Dan.
The dumbest entrance theme of all time.
Dude, I had to sing that. It was the worst. I hate it. Sadie Deeganhausen, hello, says, hello, friends. As the sole member of the Billy Gunn fan club, I will hear no critiques against Mr. Ass. 6-star match. He's wrestling's favorite DILF. Okay, that's all I have to say. Love y'all. Bye.
That's not true at all. I mean, maybe yours. I don't know what you like, Sadie. Apparently it's Billy Gunn.
Yeah. Vault Knight says, was at this Dynamite / Rampage. It was awesome. TK was awesome, and the pops for Punk, Hangman, Dark Order, Darby, and the Acclaimed were huge. Also, on a very sad note, did the math. It was exactly 2 weeks after the last batch of releases. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's wild.
Sad.
Yeah,
sad.
They just kind of blend together at a certain point.
Yeah, glad to hear that AEW was great. It seems like a lot people attending their live shows have a blast every time, which is lovely to hear. Dartrain24 says, why QT? Because it's someone with no real future and won't get creamed by a squash. He's going to run him over big time. Sure, but you could just do other people that aren't QT Marshall. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Plasma PD says, good morning, LAW. I just finished watching Rampage. I've started watching AEW this week. I liked Rampage more than Dynamite. I give AEW 2 more weeks before I can safely make up my mind on it. I feel sorry for Bobby Fish.
Why? He's got a job. He's getting to wrestle good matches.
He's in an important storyline.
Yeah. I don't think you need to feel sorry for Bobby Fish. He's got a pretty good gig right now. I'm sure he's not sad.
Unless you're feeling sorry for him in storyline because he got abandoned by Adam Cole, which is totally valid.
Yes. If that is the case, then apologies.
Yes. Cole Woodruff Music says, it's great to have a company where we can excitedly predict the many great possible outcomes of storylines and not just who do you think will run in for the distraction roll-up finish. LIW for life.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. I love it. I love speculation about this sort of thing.
It's great. Perseus M says, my favorite part of SmackDown was Adam Pearce's evil twin acting as GM of SmackDown against Adam Pearce of Raw.
Yeah, the other one is spelled Pierce a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tails P says, I really wanted Ricochet to win because I wanted a team of people who beat Bobby Lashley.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's fun.
Interesting.
I like that.
Does Jeff Hardy beat Bobby Lashley? Is that a thing that's happened? I don't know.
Probably.
I used to be really good at remembering things.
You're the Quizzlemania champion.
Well, one of us has to be.
Knowing things is your thing. Tails P again says, what is the deal with the gimmicks Naomi's friends can't dance and Shayna Baszler can't win without Sonya Deville's help? Also, is Rich Holland the Mickey James to Sheamus's Trish Stratus?
I hope not. That'd be a really awkward WrestleMania match.
That would be weird. Yeah. Oh, God. Alex
meat and bumping meat. Oh Lord, I'm sorry I said that. That just came to me.
That's pretty good. I like it. Alex Ingen says, first time Ultra Chatter. Hello. Inspired by Pete on Friday, I looked it up. There have been 18 unique NXT champions. Out of those 18, 7 are now released. Out of those 7, 5 were released in 2021. Andrade, Black, Cross, Lee, and Cole. This effing company, hashtag LIW for life.
Yeah. Isn't it nice of WWE to have a developmental show for AEW?
It's great, isn't it? They're developing a ton of their stars.
Yeah.
Scott Woodford says, as someone who was happy with the verdict, I can see why people are not. I respect everyone's opinion. AEW rules.
There you go.
James Handley says, Rampage was fun. Off wrestling. What's your Smash Bros. Main? If you could have one Pokemon as a pet, then which would you choose? And did you see Von Wagner last week on SmackDown? Or did I have one of those episodes my grandma used to talk about?
I don't know what you're talking about, Von Wagner. I'm not sure he even exists.
Is he real?
Yeah, I don't know. Smash Brothers main. If it's usually Pikachu. I'll be honest. Pikachu is usually my main. If it's Ultimate or Smash 4, I use Greninja. It's not just because they're Pokemon, but those are the ones that I use.
But that's a big factor.
It helps. It helps.
Yeah.
You know, and one Pokemon I could have as a pet, it would absolutely 100% be Fanpy.
That's fair.
Fanpy is just the most adorable little Pokemon ever. I love it. Oh my god, that's so cute.
I would have a Stuffle.
Yeah.
Have you heard Stuffles cry? Like, just listen to it and try not to cry. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, little Pokemons. That or like a Larvitar or an Eevee.
Larvitar's cool. I don't Smash Bros, unfortunately. I've played a bit of Kirby because I played Ultimate for a bit, and that's Kirby. So you play in the story thing. So Kirby, I guess by default, Kirby. Talked about this yesterday, actually, on the Friday episode of the podcast. Anyway,
need a training montage for you and Smash Brothers.
Yeah, we do. Oh my god, you need to train me to get good at Smash Bros. We'll see.
Get good.
Yeah. Anyway, that is going to do it for the Ultra Chats. One last time, everybody. We are sponsored by Beer 52. Go check them out at beer52.com/WrestleTalk. We're going to be drinking some of them on the live reaction stream that's happening tomorrow for Survivor Series. It's going to be me versus Luke for the Jam That Championship. We're going to be unveiling the brand new Jam That Championship on the live reaction stream as well. It's going to be great. Hope you guys like it because we do. So that's fun. Go check that out. Subscribe here for that stream tomorrow. It's going to be really cool. Go like, subscribe, comment, do other stuff. If you're watching on catch up, please press the videos I've just appeared on the screen to catch up with more awesome WrestleTalk podcast content and the button in the middle that will make you become a Pledgehammer over on our Patreon page. I have been Chopper Pete Quinnell, your Jam That Champion, and will still be Jam That Champion after tomorrow. I've been joined by my intangible co-host, Tempest the Wrestler, your Quizzlemania champion. Jam That Jam, LIW for life. Bye.